Welcome, all you beautiful souls, to your weekly energy update, and this is for the week of June 19th through June 26th. This week we have a big, of course, occurrence here with the summer and winter solstice coming on June 21st, so happy solstice to everyone. Of course, we have summer solstice in the northern hemisphere, the winter solstice starting in the southern hemisphere. It also means we're triggering the beginning of Cancer sign season, so happy birthday to all you Cancer sign sun babies. And both for the solstice, for the solstice, I actually have put out separate individual readings for each zodiac sign, which I will have listed at the end of the video in the playlist, and I'll also throw it down in the description box below. We also, of course, because Cancer season is starting with the all the Cancer signs for the sun sign, I also put out a special pick a card reading for that, which will also be linked in a playlist at the end of this video and also in the description box below. So wonderful energies coming in, a lot of transformation with the Cancer sign being ruled by the moon. There is a lot of this mother type of feeling, this nurturing energy that's coming in. And the summer winter solstice is quite a bit around growth and like endings as well. Because, we moved from spring into summer, things started to grow in spring. Summer is all about the growth period where we have a large amount of growth. In the southern hemisphere, of course, with the winter solstice, we just moved from harvest, fall, autumn season into hibernation, into those things that, winter time represent as well. So for this reading, we're going to be looking at that mother energy. We all have, mother energy, mother personalities that are in our life, or just motherhood in general, regardless of how we identify. We all have that mother, nurturing, divine, feminine energy within us, regardless of what gender or how we identify, right? So we're going to be asking for this reading around motherhood. What about our relationships with that mother energy and motherhood? Are we ready, or can we transform? Can we grow through? And what can we possibly put to rest? So I do have, of course, a reading for each individual zodiac sign, and I'm jumping into yours right now. All right, Geminis, this is your weekly energy update, and we're going to start off with these Into the Lonely Woods deck. Now, any of the cards I use in a reading, I do list in the description box below. Give these a good shuffle. All right, so for our Geminis, what do you want them to know about motherhood or their mother experiences? Okay. Nope, they said none of those. All right, they do want this one on top right there. And you have the In the Vastness of It All. Beautiful card. That is card number 38. And let's see what little message comes with this one. It says, there will be times when being alone can make us feel so very small and full of doubt. Questions pour through our being. Do we matter? Do others care? Why do I feel so lost? And the vastness of the silence that greets these questions may seem to confirm our insignificance. But in time, you will feel a part of it all. And your form, your shape, your being will fit within the greater design of the world. You are significant, for you are a child of this planet and you belong here. See the small one before you, the tiny flower, the bird, the wing of the dragonfly. You are not so small, for they see you as great as a mountain. So, love it. Definitely there's these emotions around here of feeling abandoned, either by your children or, motherhood, or by your mother or a motherly figure. And even it can be that if you are this nurturer, that it doesn't mean that they necessarily have to be your physical children. They can be people that you love to nurture. It can be friends, it can be, any of those types of individuals where you have felt abandoned, you have felt alone, and this is being brought up for you. We'll see what else around this as well through these ancestral path tarot. See what else Spirit wants you to know around this energies here of abandonment, being left alone. All right, so for our Geminis, what else do you want them to know about this vastness? Okay, do you want that one? What else? Okay, and those two. Okay, so it's these three. Okay, they said reverse those. So we'll start off with this one over here. And you do have the moon, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, the Cancer moon. The moon is what rules Cancer. So you definitely have, this is you, this is that nature that you have, this that you want to help and nurture others. So this definitely makes sense here. And they're showing you that the moon is in the sky by itself. It reflects the light from the sun. And there is this subconscious thing. There's this emotion that it's like I call them charged emotions. And it's in your subconscious. It's these programs that have been running in your life and you haven't been aware of where they've come from, but it's like this time alone is happening on purpose so that you can reflect and look back, because everyone else has pretty much been a mirror for you anyway, reflecting back to you how you feel about yourself until you see it, like a lot like the moon reflects the sun, and so there is this looking within, this going beneath, looking from a different perspective that's coming in for you here. Yeah, and then you have the Emperor. And the Emperor does show the two different sides of a leader, the two different places of, I want to say, authority in our lives and how we look at things. So the Emperor basically has two sides. So you have the loving Emperor, who is a loved Emperor, the one that all they look out for is their kingdom. They even share the kingdom's wealth with everyone within the kingdom, because their goal is to have everyone be successful, because they know when they come together as a successful, loving kingdom, they can do so much to help the world than if they're all fighting, within. While the other side, within every human, we of course have our little human child within, right? And when it feels unsafe, when it feels out of control, it triggers into fight or flight mode. And so when it goes into that, it's going to do whatever it feels reactionary that it wants to do in order to feel safe again or to feel in control, which can be getting back their own control, taking control from others and having even more control, right? And that, of course, transforms this loving emperor, this loved emperor, into this just authoritarian, this dictator, this tyrant who only cares about themselves to feel in control and to feel safe. And so they're showing the two sides of our human experience, and that in this alone time that we have here, we're able to see those two different choices that we make in every moment and how other people make those choices. And I really feel like there's some understanding that comes in with this combination, because we realize that when anyone did anything that resulted in us feeling pain, then we can understand that, well, it probably wasn't of love, right? It wasn't from a loving emperor. It was from a emperor who was in fear, right? That other person was in fear. And when that little child went into fight or flight mode, blood leaves our brain when we go into fight or flight mode, and we literally go out of our minds in a reactionary mode. We almost become animalistic. And so we do not make decisions that are of an emotionally mature and caring way. It's usually very abrasive and aggressive, right? And so we have the opportunity to experience pain because of it. But as you go back and look at situations that have happened that have you in this hurtful place, you can understand a different way of looking at it because of this Emperor's experience. Yeah, and then you have the Three of Sacred Circles, which would be the Three of Pentacles in the standard tarot. And this really kind of plays into this too, because usually it shows someone creating something, which is us, and then we have two other people that are on the card, with us. And one of the individuals is the naysayer, the dream buster, the one that is basically saying, you're never going to do well at that, and why even choose it to do that way? You should do smarter and do something better with your life. That's not going to be, help you eat every day, and you're going to fail at that. And we know those naysayers, that those are the very obvious ones, and we kind of just go, and we put those outside the circle. We don't want to have them inputting us if we can help it, pouring all that toxic energy into our psyche, as much as we want. But the other person is a supporter. They're the ones that are saying, I'm so proud of you. You're going to do so well at this. You're really expressing your talents. I can't wait to see where you're going to do with all this. And then they might add in, but have you ever thought of doing it this way? Well, that individual might have even more of a influence to take us off our authentic path, how we're wanting to do things in our life, how we're wanting to head it, because we don't want to lose that support, have them join that naysayer camp, because our little one inside of us gets scared, and so it wants that love, it wants that support, it fears being rejected. So this card is all about pointing you back to your authentic self, encouraging you not to look outside of yourself for that validation that might take you off of living your life and expressing yourself in your own authentic and unique way. We're going to dig in more of these with these everyday tarot and just get some more information around this path that's starting up here. We'll start here with, tell us more about this authenticity, this Three of, okay, they do want that one right there. What else? Okay, 1, 2, 3. So this one first, you got the Lovers. So this is about emotional choices. Every moment we get to choose, it's kind of like this Emperor here too, we get to choose, are we going to choose an emotion that is of unconditional love or of the fear of losing conditional love, like this choice this Emperor made? And it's the emotional choice that comes in here. And, it's so perfect with this. It's like, are we going to choose to, look outside of ourselves for those that are, with all the conditions of those humans in the outside world, or are we going to choose the love that we find within us, right? And so that very much is coming in there. Yeah. And here I have the Eight of Pentacles. Pentacles, this is the Pentacles suit, even though it says Sacred Circles, it's Pentacles. And this is all about you're ready to move to the next level in your outside world on how you're expressing your talents. You can even see them doing the work here. This is like an apprentice who they've done all the work, like blacksmiths I don't know if they still do it these days, but blacksmiths in the olden days would take on an apprentice, a master, blacksmith would take on an apprentice to teach them the craft. And so they would just be teaching and teaching and teaching, and the apprentice would work their bow-heinies off, just doing the work and learning and learning and learning. And eventually they have done so well that they are ready to become the master blacksmith. The master blacksmith then gives them the reward, gives them some money, sends them off on their way. They go to another town. They become the master blacksmith in that town and maybe even take on an apprentice themselves. And so this is about ready for this movement to this next level in how you are seeing yourself. Yeah, and then you have the Knight of Pentacles. So Pentacles, Pentacles, Pentacles. And all the knights, of course, what do knights do? They quest. What is the Knight of Pentacles quest? To find the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles does represent finding your worth. How are you defining yourself in the outside world? The Ace of Pentacles is normally new opportunities as well, but for your reading, it's really focusing in on finding your worth and how you're defining yourself in the outside world in this different way, right? Instead of defining yourself by the actions of others, you are going to be finding this worth from within, and that has a lot to do with this time alone, this time where you have been feeling like you've been banished, where everyone has vanished, right? So I also want to find out more about this moon. What do you want them to know about this moon energy and this, what's going on in the subconscious, right? Okay, and we went to those two. Any others? Okay, yes, I assume so. Okay, yep, that one too. So the card that went flying out is the Hanged Man. It is about seeing things from a higher perspective, about connecting to the higher realms to see things, which this was what this was all about. So the moon definitely is about digging deeper, finding things from a different perspective, because you have experienced the fear, the tyrant, the dictator, but you are ready to experience a loving, unconditionally loving emperor instead, that loving place in your life. And they want this one next. Yeah. Because you are exhausted. You are ready to move beyond this. Swords are all your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets. These are all your expectations. The 10, endings and new beginnings, about the way that you're looking at things. All those other expectations you had before, they have stabbed you in the back and betrayed you. They have left you feeling empty and not satisfied. And it happened on purpose, for a purpose, because this person is not dead. They're exhausted from trying to live up to all these expectations, but they're looking away from us at the sunrise here, which represents a new enlightenment, a new way of looking at things, a new brightness that's entering your life instead. Yeah, because here you have the Page of Cups. So cups are your emotions. That's the Ace of Cups that they hold in their hands here. That's the chalice. That's the Holy Grail. That is full of the unconditional love of the Creator of all things. There's even a little fishy in here that's talking to you from the depths of usually there's like a little ocean or a little lake that has something crawling out of it. And it's like, yes, there's emotional things that are speaking with you about this new place. I mean, moons, of course, so emotion based. It's very emotional. It's water, the Cancer sign that we're moving into is a water sign. It's all about major emotion connected to the moon, with the tides and the moon, how it impacts it. We're made of a large amount of water. So of course the moon phases impact us as well as we go through things. So there is this movement of this new way of looking at love for yourself that's coming in here. Yeah, and then you have the Four of Pentacles. So Pentacles again. Fours are stability, right? And you can see here how there's two pentacles on their feet, one on their head, but their heart is where the huge pentacle is. And the stability that comes in with this, because fours are like, think of a huge table with four huge legs. It's a very stable, solid foundation. And this Four of Pentacles is basically showing that through this process, you're getting a more solid definition of who you are and how you reflect that into the outside world. I mean, it's just reiterating this, but they're saying you're finding it because of this subconscious awareness. You're finding those things that are running underneath the surface. And just bottom of the deck, Three of Pentacles, which is this huge card, Three of Pentacles. So let's see, just real quick here too, what else about this Emperor, about the two sides here of the Emperor? What else do you want them to know? Okay, yep, just these three. So with the Emperor, yeah, You have the Empress, which is the opposite. She comes right before, because the Emperor is like number 4. She's number 3. Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, about getting out into nature, being yourself, having that birth. She's even pregnant. We talked about that emotional piece. It is about being free. The Emperor can also represent, think of the Empress like this beautiful maiden that's living out in the forest, like flowers in her hair, unrestricted, unbound, enjoying, nature unfolding. And then think of the Emperor in a big city, having the roles in order for the society to all get along, this kingdom to all get along. He has to have some rules that are put into place, and it can feel restrictive. Well, this is the freedom that can come from releasing yourself from all of these expectations, all of these rules. So the Emperor can bring in all these expectations as well. Yeah. Here's the Star. So, when we're talking about kind of this hermit experience, spending time alone, feeling abandoned and different things like that, the Star is what brings you the living waters. It's the Aquarian energy, which is about seeing things from a different perspective. The old ways of doing things and looking at things are not working anymore. It's time for new ways of looking at things. It is the symbol of hope, too, that's coming in. So this clarity of this two sides of things, they are the water bearers. They have this Ace of Cups that are bringing the living waters for you. Yeah. Then you have the Ace of Swords, which the Ace of Swords does 2 things. One, it allows you to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm. It also allows you to slice away all these small t truths of the human world. It allows you to cut those away as you connect to all these truths that are related and rooted in unconditional love versus all these small t truths that are those that are rooted in fear. So you definitely have this awareness that's coming in, this time. It's like this, you've been put in this pocket of aloneness, which I know you're like, what happened? But everyone, this vastness, it feels like there's just, people canceling on you left and right. You want to hang out, they don't call you back, or they have to cancel last minute. And it just feels like you have this solitary confinement in a way where you're being left into this aloneness to look at these things. So you're being given this space for you to be able to look through this and to have this awareness come. Now we're also going to pull some cards here, or at least one from the Divine Directions deck here. See what else the Creator wants all our Geminis to know for this week. Okay, they do want you to have those 3. And then we're also going to pull from the Sweet Dreams deck here. What else for our Geminis? Actually, there was one that flipped over there. Oh, actually, that was I just put it in the wrong way from one of the previous readings I did. So let me just, while I murder my little thing here. All right. Okay, I do want you to have that one. Any others? Okay, and last pass. Okay, and those. So you got 3 each there. So we'll start off with this one, and you have career. So that's kind of different. It says it's time to add extra energy to your career area. Maybe try something new. So there is this newness that's coming in here, right? Looking at things from a different perspective. And the 3 of Pentacles about being true to you, expressing yourself in your own unique way. So you might have been in a career that was for the sake of everyone else, and the supposed tos and the shoulds, all these 10 of Swords stuff. And so now it's about, you can look into changing your career. It's never too late to be happy in your career, right? To choose something that you want to do, not do something because you feel you have to do it. And then you have the Weight card here, which the Knight of Pentacles that we had here is about knowing that you'll have a lot of change that happens internally with your thoughts, with your feelings, with your energy. But the outside world does have its seasons, which we talked about the solstice, right? There's 3 months of spring, 3 months of summer, 3 months of autumn, 3 months of winter. Things happen and it's timing on the outside. So be patient as the outside world catches up with your inside world, because we don't change from the outside in, we change from the inside out. And let's just say, take time to think about the matter at hand. Don't be tempted to rush. So I'm going to put this by this Knight of Pentacles. And then, and also the Hanged Man can be about hanging around, and can mean about change coming too. But it says recharge. Please slow down. It's not selfish to take time out to look after yourself. So yeah, you basically have that kind of message here about waiting, recharging. This pocket again of this time to reflect on yourself is being given to you. Then you have attraction. That says, I attract a loving, happy, fulfilling relationship into my life. And I really feel that this, you had the Lover's card here too. So with it being a general reading, it could be that with these changes and this time away, that it changes your view of yourself, which then also changes what you attract. So that is an important piece. But I kind of feel like for majority of you though, this relationship you have is with your higher self, with your higher awareness, with you. And then you have flow. That says, I now open myself to inspiration and watch creativity flow through me, which the 3 pentacles and the Empress here, as you connect to this energy within you, as you, I was going to say, it's funny because I hear blood flow. As soon as you take out all these swords out of your back, it's like, I almost see like this picture of acupuncture, that, you know, all this acupuncture pressure points that have happened, all this change allows you to open up and allows this flow to happen in your life instead of being stuck. And your final one is energy. Yep. And that is, I work with my dreams and my spirit's energy to reach my highest good. So yeah, spiritual energy here all over the place, connecting to the moon, your higher self, seeing things from that higher perspective is an important piece of all this for you. But you definitely are having this pocket of time and space given to you for the purpose of focusing on you, so that you can look and see what it is you truly, authentically want to bring to the world with this freedom. So you do get to set yourself free in a lot of ways if you want to pursue that, but it's so worth the efforts because it does open up so much flow, creativity flow, career flow, relationship flow, just every area of your life, because it's not a dictatorship you feel you're under anymore. You feel like you're in a kingdom with a loving and unconditionally loving energy instead. So I love that. Don't have anything else to add to this. If you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these weekly energy updates, I also put out monthly readings for each zodiac sign. And as I mentioned before, the solstice reading, the Cancer season reading. And I'll have links to all those at the end of this video here, and some of them will be linked in the description box below. And if you want to be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button, also click the subscribe button, that gives you access to the notification bell. And when you're in there, if you select the all option, then you will be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel. Also, doing those things helps spread the love, and it helps my channel grow in significant ways. Because when you like a video, you share a video, you comment on a video and subscribe to the channel. Doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy happy. It wants to share the videos of this channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, I am definitely grateful for that. Also, these are general readings. If you're looking for even more specific information for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box below. All right, mighty Geminis, as you go through your amazing week, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing week. I'll be talking to you very soon. In the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.